celebrate State Farm's surprisingly great rates, we gave this song surprisingly great lyrics.
I love that rate on my new ride. State Farm hooked me up and the stars align on both my home and auto policies. I switched and saved, now I feel great. Gonna tell the world I can't wait. Baby, State Farm has the coverage I need.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Hey, I should put the mic on, shouldn't I? Helps. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You're right, it works a lot better with the mic on.
Sound better.
Yeah. Got to talk about this dude named Jimmy. He went to a Wendy's in North Carolina, and, he went to a Wendy's, said, I'm going to get myself a couple of sandwiches. And boy, he was shocked to see that instead of his name, the cashier printed Chubby on the order slip.
How many times are people going to do this until they realize it's never going to end well?
Yeah. Here's Jimmy talking about what happened.
The girl asked me my name at the register, gave her my name, clear as day, Jimmy, and she said, okay, thank you, handed me the ticket, and I really didn't pay no mind at first until I looked down at it while I was waiting. I saw she wrote Chubby on there.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, man. It's all caps, Chubby.
Yeah, could it be that he was rocking an Eagles jersey, and that's why? Could it be that's the problem? Maybe she didn't like, it's North Carolina. Maybe she's like, I don't need no Eagles BS.
It's just a little bit of a stretch, BJ, but sure, maybe we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's a hoodie, not a jersey.
Oh, well, then that's a whole different story then. Maybe she doesn't like Eagles hoodies instead.
I mean, you hear this happen in like other restaurants and other places where people write something insulting about the person on the receipt, but at some point the guy's going to see the receipt. And in this situation, it's not like he was, I don't know, he didn't sound like he's a jerk. I don't think he went in there being a jerk. Maybe he did, but I didn't get that vibe.
No, he didn't sound like a jerk. Yeah, you're right. His demeanor about this whole thing seems pretty laid back, considering that, somebody called him Chubby.
And sure, it's questionable that he's an Eagles fan, but we should give him a little bit of a pass.
Oh, I would have called him a lot worse than Chubby, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I would have done. Jimmy's, you know what, and Steve, I think you're onto something, because Jimmy said, you know what, I was going to let it go. You know what I mean? He wasn't going to make a big deal out of it until another employee actually read his name out loud.
He was hesitant to even say Chubby, but he did. And I told him, I said, that's not my name, but that's my order. And I grabbed the order and started to walk out because I was mad. Everybody started laughing in the restaurant, customers, and I got really embarrassed.
Well, see, now at that point, I mean, you can hear it in his voice. That sucks.
At what point did we stop just going order number 93?
Yeah.
Order number 69?
Yeah.
I've never had that happen yet, and I keep waiting for the day that I get number 69 on my receipt because I'm pulling out my phone and I'm recording that moment.
Oh, dude, it'll happen. It'll happen to you.
It has to.
It has to at some point. Unless like 13, they just never use it because they know your guys like you just want to snicker when they hear order number 69.
Oh, you think 13's bad luck and 69 is just too silly?
Yeah, they're not going to do it.
What about 420?
420? Okay, that could be a thing. You know, here's the funny thing. My name, they never, ever even put on the cup.
Because they're afraid.
Yeah, it's because it's BJ. And so I didn't realize until somebody told me. I'm like, why is it they ask me my name, but they never call it at the counter, and I have to go up and go, they'll say the order, but I don't know if it's really mine. Why don't they just say my name?
Where's my BJ?
Yeah.
How come I don't have a BJ? Where's my BJ on my cup?
Yeah, then finally somebody said, dude, they're not ever going to say your name because your name is like that. I go, oh, so I got the reverse problem.
So maybe you should go by, instead of Chubby, just go by Chubb.
Yeah, I'll just go Chubb. Hey, everybody.
That
My name's
works.
Chubb.
That'll work.
Yeah, and you know what the problem is, Steve?
What's that?
These are not high-paying jobs, so some people just don't, they don't give AF. Even if they get in trouble, I don't think they care.
Look at you getting down with the youngins.
I know what it's all about.
I don't give AF.
That's what Danny taught me that one.
All the time, yeah. I say it.
As opposed to Yeah, sure.
But think about it. They don't care.
No, I know. And the person got fired, apparently, that did
Oh, did
that.
they really?
Yeah, I was just reading about that the female employee who wrote chubby has since been fired from this North Carolina Wendy's.
But more importantly, is Jimmy going to do anything about that hoodie? I mean, I hate the guy, and there's no reason to, except he's just wearing that Eagles hoodie.
Way to focus on the important stuff, BJ.
That's what it is. I mean, I hate the guy, even though he did nothing wrong in that situation. It seems like a decent guy. You know what? And likes to go to Wendy's, which I love his restaurant choices. Everything about him I like, except one thing, Steve.
The Eagles hoodie.
Yeah, he's got to,
No, I mean, I noticed he said that he thinks they should make it right. How do you make it right? Obviously, give him the meal for free.
Oh, definitely.
But do you hook him up with a bunch of free Wendy's? Because, I mean, isn't that part of the issue? Is that maybe he gets too many Wendy's in his stomach? And
he already knows.
He knows he's chubby.
It's like life imitates art, and art imitates life. I forget what the hell. Was it Always Sunny? I think it might have been Always Sunny. Yeah, it was. The latest episode of Always Sunny, there was a fat guy on there, and he kept saying, "Why are you looking at my gut? Why do you keep looking at my gut?" And it was just like, but he knew. He goes, "I know.
Yeah.
I know I'm fat." And then even Max said, "Let's just pull this up. Okay, he's got a big stomach. Can we all just look at this? We know he's fat. We know he's got a big gut."
It was Wendy's that did the year of chicken nuggets for that dude. So now he should just own it and do like nugs for chubby.
Nugs
just
for chubby.
ask for nugs for a year.
There you go. And by the way, I just realized
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it wasn't Always Sunny. It was Trailer Park Boys that did that. So I got
Cool story, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just realized it had nothing to do with Sunny. I thought it was Philly. Had nothing to do with Philly. I agree, Steve. You got to tighten that guy up.
Oh, yeah, I think he's got to be taken care of.
He already knows.
At least a free meal.
He knows.
I'm sure he got the free meal.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he's a big boy, and he probably is like, look, let me just live my life, but don't embarrass me.
One person I think has the best text of the day. I got order 420 at Jack in the Box.
Oh, really?
I feel like that deserves a prize.
Oh, it's
not from us, but from Jack in the Box.
Yeah. I love that
like
Jack.
A free taco or something like that.
Yeah, I love that Jack does actually go all the way up to 420.
It'd be great if they just start at like 412 and then stop at 420 and then just start all over again.
Oh, yeah.
They're just constantly hitting 420 all night long.
But what about you and your favorite number? I mean,
69?
Yeah, I think they got to do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're working on that one yet. I'll ask them, though. I'll ask Jack next time I see him at his big board meetings.
Yeah. Dang. I came close. I was 67 at Costco waiting for my contact lenses.
So you should have got some more.
Some more contact lenses. Yeah,
it's a bad spot to get something.
Yeah, okay. You know what? I know I just ordered 12 boxes, but yeah, let me get some more because I want to be that special number. But I didn't bother to pull to see if there was like a 69.
Oh, somebody said they had order 69 at Taco Bell in California about 25 years ago.
Still remembers it.
Approximately 15 people waiting for food, and they all laughed for about 5 minutes.
Oh,
how do you ever forget that, Rev?
Yeah.
You don't. Yeah, you're right.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Oh, yeah. 99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's on, Steve.
What's that?
This music. Your life. It's on. Let's
Are you
go.
okay?
Let's get ready for Steve.
Hi, guys.
There you go. Hi, Steve. That's it. Love this, man. That's great music. Feels like something cool's about to happen. Like someone's about to get messed up. Someone is about to pay the piper. All right, let me talk to you about this guy. He lives in Southeast Kenya.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's a whole other place, by the way. It's another country, everything, man. Another continent. It's all over the planet.
Are you okay?
Are both feet out the door right now or just one?
Just 1 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the other one even have shoes on, though.
Yeah, no, I'm done. It's over.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So Kenya's a different country, you're telling me?
Yeah, it's in a whole different continent and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a lesson for you, buddy. And this guy, he has been cheating on his wife with her hairdresser. Okay, he's an idiot. Wait, are you kidding me?
Now, or is he just trying to get a deal? Hairdressers are expensive.
From a financial point of view, Steve, you're right, because women's hair, $300. I mean,
is that what it is?
Yeah, if you're lucky, you get, if your wife is not getting $300, well, first of all, I think your wife has great hair that they don't have to do much with it, but usually that's what it's usually $300.
No, she's not dropping $300. I'm positive of that.
Well, good for her if she can find a place. But if your wife is not dropping $150, at least I'll be surprised. Because $150 is a deal for a chick to get her hair did.
That I'm not positive about.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. And your wife has got she's got like a lot of hair to work with, too.
Yeah, like
so.
me.
Yeah. You're you know what?
We're
You're
talking about on her head. Not
people braiding your back hair. I know that costs a lot.
My hairdresser cost me, I don't know, $17, $18 for those clippers that I bought 7-8 years ago.
Yeah. Jeez.
It's a good deal.
So this guy's cheating on his wife with her hairdresser.
I hope the hairdresser has been giving her a deal at least, out of banging guilt.
Yeah.
I can't charge you $300 for this hairstyle. I've seen your husband's dong. I probably didn't say that.
Oh, you don't think that's part of the negotiation?
But you know what I mean?
I love your hair and I love your husband's dong, so I'm going to give you a discount.
How do you charge her full price?
It depends on if she's getting yeah. Her name is Dorothy, by the way. And how about Dorothy, the hairdresser, is also engaged. So look at this. She's engaged. She's banging the husband of one of her custies. This is just, on every level. Are you kidding me? This is what life is like in Kenya, Steve.
This is why I don't live in Kenya.
That's why you don't live there. Mm-hmm. So how about this? Wednesday night, this dude and Dorothy went out. He got very drunk, and they went to Dorothy's house. And she just got pissed when she woke up because the next morning, what did she find? She found that he pooped in her bed. That's
You do that with the wife, not the mistress, guy.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, you know the rule. Well, she throws cold water on him, starts hitting him with a cane. He ran outside for help, and she followed him, screaming at him. That drew a crowd. Okay, this was a small town, okay? This is a small town, because if you run out of somebody's house and you're screaming and yelling and a small crowd starts forming and part of that crowd is your wife, this guy's banging a hairdresser in a town small enough that when he runs out and starts screaming, his wife is part of the people that run out to
see. Like, what's the commotion? And then there's her husband.
There's their husband.
Oh, yeah. Man. Dude, I'm reading some of the story, and it says Dorothy found the man lying on her bed like a king had pooped. That's the actual what the story says.
Okay. I didn't know if you're a king, you get to do that in somebody's bed. Okay, that's great.
I want a picture to see what this is all about. Like, what does a king look like when he's just pooping a bed?
Wow, geez, that's a whole different lifestyle. He's fled town since then. Apparently, he's time to go move on. Find me another hairdresser. Wow.
And they got a couple kids.
What?
Yeah, 12-year-old and a 16-year-old.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So that sucks because they're old enough to really know what's going on. Oh, how about that? What part of the story disturbs you more as a kid, Steve? The fact that, that dad's banging mom's hairdresser or that dad just pooped in somebody's bed?
Dad's banging mom's hairdresser. Yeah, I would say.
I think the pooped in the bed thing is like, God, really, Dad?
I mean, that's insult to injury.
Yeah. Oh.
Cheating husband busted after pooping in lover's bed is the headline I'm looking at on the website.
Well, would you like some more great news about people just sleeping around?
Yes, please.
All right, this, of course, again.
Nothing can top that.
Oh, I agree. But we've got 2 Florida high school students. They are not happy. They are furious because they both found out that their science teacher was sleeping with both of them. Okay.
So what, one brag about it and the other one's like, oh, I'm banging him too?
Yeah, seems like it. And so what they did is they told the man's wife that he was having the affairs because, again, how dumb are you? If you're sleeping with any woman and she doesn't know you're sleeping with another woman, they're gonna both unite against you.
That seems to be you see these stories happen a lot where somebody dimes out the person for an affair because they found out that person was being unfaithful to the mistress as well. Like the mistress gets mad because how dare you? I thought I was the only other person you were sleeping with other than your significant other. And it's interesting how that mindset works. Like, I know I'm banging you when you're with somebody, but God forbid you bang someone else.
Exactly.
I'm going to let that person know that we've been having an affair.
It's so bizarre. You're absolutely right. It's like, you know what? I have ethics. Oh, really? They're bizarre, but you've got them. Well, they were both teens. They both told police they had sex with his 30-year-old teacher, both at school and in his home. I mean, you're at your house, you're going to do that? How dumb is this guy? Talk about just not thinking with the right head. 16 and 17 years old these girls were. And, they supplied pictures, too. They had pictures that they supplied his wife as evidence of the situation.
Just to prove that they were doing it.
Which means they were also taking pictures of this. This guy is such an idiot on every level. He's taken pictures of having sex with underage girls that were students and in his house where his wife lives. This guy is... I don't think he should ever get out of jail, only because he's that stupid. You know what I mean? He's just stupid.
Wow. I mean, that's going to make parent-teacher conferences really awkward.
Yeah, it's very awkward. Oh, man.
How? Oh, my gosh.
Ay, ay, ay.
Imagine being the wife, and then you have to deal with that. Two high school kids coming up to you and be like, hey, just to let you know, we're both doing your husband, and we have pictures to prove it.
Again, though, I think... Mr. Letourneau has got the worst one.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think anybody can top Mr. Letourneau.
Yeah. Well, he left Washington after all that happened.
Yeah, it's like you got...
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Took the kids and got the hell out. This is weird.
Did he ever change his name, like the Galooly kid did when he changed his name to with Jeff Stone or something?
Yes.
After the Tanya Harding thing. That'd be great if Mr. Letourneau changed his name to Galooly. Just to all come full circle.
His last name is Don't Ask Me About Mary Kay.
Don't Ask Me About Mary Kay. That's my new name. Well, that's a lovely story. So we've got a lot of sex that's just not going the right way here today. God dang. Wow. You got to I think I quit my job. If I cannot stop looking at the students...
I think they're going to help him quit his job. I would hope.
Yeah, he's going to get fired.
You would hope.
Yeah, but wow. All right, police say that a baggage handler told him that he was drunk when he fell asleep inside of a plane's cargo hold and flew from Kansas City to Chicago in the cargo hold. It's not warm in there. That guy, that's not and I don't know how pressurized that is either. That had to be wow.
No, I read that the cabin was pressurized. So
the cargo hold was too?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, because sometimes I don't know about the cargo hold. Okay, so otherwise he would be in real trouble. But I think it's cold down there, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't usually ride in those parts.
You ought to try it out, dude.
And I asked my luggage how they felt the temperature was, and they never get back to me.
I feel like every once in a while, if I get my luggage real quick, it feels like it's cold. So that's why I'm like, oh, that cargo hold, man. But I might be making that up. So he worked for Piedmont Airlines, and he was working in an American Airlines flight 363 when the plane left KC, and the handler was asleep inside. Oh, it was heated and it was pressurized. Okay, he's lucky because it would have been worse.
Yeah.
A Chicago police spokesperson says the worker was found when the flight landed about an hour later at O'Hare.
Imagine being the baggage guys that open up the cabin or in that area, and then you see some sleeping dude.
It makes me wonder, seriously, how do you think that these guys are super high and super drunk? It's a horrible job, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's a thankless job. It's like assembly line work. You just have to, unload and load.
That's good. I'm glad that we have high and drunk people handling our luggage.
Well, I just know there's certain jobs in this country that people do, and we know they do them altered because who else would do them so they can't take it every day being sober.
If I was one of the guys and saw him asleep, depending on how asleep he was, I think I'd have fun with it and slap a Fragile sticker on his head and then put him through the conveyor belt.
How about this? No charges were filed. And they just sent him back to Kansas City.
So he kept his job?
I guess so. American says it was grateful that the handler wasn't injured and it's reviewing what happened. They're probably going to pretend like, we got to take care of it. But I got news for you. I don't know how many people want these jobs. Mm-hmm. And they're like, all right, he's a good dude.
There's somebody out there that needs a job so bad that they'd be like, they got to be thinking, this guy gets to keep his job and I've been applying for it.
Yeah.
You got to rethink your resume if you can't get a job there then.
That's a fact. If you can't get a job and the drunken Tommy just basically flying in the cargo hold still has a job, you got to wonder, man, are you really putting forth the effort if you still can't get employment?
I can't believe anyone that falls asleep on their job at the workplace.
Oh, you know, you're
disrespectful.
Right. Totally disrespectful. Yeah. Steve, you would be that guy. And you would have to be drunk.
But I never show up to work drunk.
No, you just show up to work and fall asleep without being drunk. That guy had a reason. He was drinking. I don't know what your reason is.
My reason was boring meeting.
But there are action movies. Loud noises, explosions, big fight scenes, and you fall asleep.
That was Superman, and the movie wasn't very entertaining. Yeah. Granted, I only made it through the credits.
I know. You didn't have a chance to see how bad that movie was.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Erin Ryan, political commentator, comedy writer, and host of Crooked Media's Hysteria.
And I'm co-host Alyssa Mastromonaco, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff for President Obama.
Each week on Hysteria, we are joined by a team of hilariously opinionated ladies to discuss the headlines from the serious to the absurd.
We cover everything from reproductive rights to rom-coms and break down the political news of the week and cultural stories that affect women's lives.
New episodes of Hysteria drop every Thursday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.